911 emergency.
My ex-boyfriend is trying to break into my house. I'm not letting him in, but he's, tried to break down the door, and he's trying to break into one of the windows. He put me in the hospital a few weeks ago, and I've been trying to keep him away. I told him I was going to call. He's now trying to break in through the window. He's trying to pin me it open.
Okay. Do you have anybody else in the house with you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Does he live there?
No, he does not.
Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have anybody to send out there.
Okay.
Obviously, if he comes inside the residence and assaults you, can you ask him to go away, or do you know if he's intoxicated or anything?
I've already asked him. I've already told him I was calling you. He's broken before, busted down my door, assaulted me. Yeah, so...
Is there any way you can safely leave the residence?
No, I can't, because he's blocking pretty much my only way out.
With a vehicle, or?
With the vehicle and with himself on my front door also.
Okay, is there anybody that you can call to come over and help you, or do you have any friends?
He has sat there and destroyed my phone that had all of my contacts in it, because I had neighbors, because he's done this. I can't get a hold of my neighbors. I don't know what their phone numbers are. I just had to get a new phone.
Okay. Well, the only thing I can do is give you some advice and call the sheriff's office tomorrow. Obviously, if he comes in and unfortunately has a weapon or is trying to cause you physical harm, that's a different story. The sheriff's office doesn't work up there. I don't have anybody to send.
Okay.
And we don't dispatch for him. Like I said, it's an unfortunate situation.
Okay, but I'll have to take care of myself, I guess.
Well, you have every right to do that. I can't tell you what to do, but is he still there?
Yes, he is.
Okay. All right. Well, do you want to stay on the phone with me until we figure out what he might do, or can you ask him to leave?
I asked him to leave a million times.
Okay, but he does not live there with you. Is that what you're saying?
He does not.
Okay. Has he lived there previously?
No.
Okay. Where is he now?
He's now outside my bedroom window.
Does he know that you're on the phone?
I don't know. If I can hear him screaming and yelling, I think he can hear me on the phone. I told him I was going to.
Okay.
He says he doesn't care. He doesn't care because he knows that no one's out here, and so...
Yeah, and like I said, it's definitely unfortunate. What's his name?
Michael Bella.
B-E-L-L-A?
B-E-L-L-A-H.
And how old is he?
He's 29.
Is he a white male?
Yes.
Do you know if there's anybody with him?
Oh, no, there's no one with him.
When did you guys break up?
We have broken up 5 billion times, and he put me in the hospital a few weeks ago, and I've been trying to keep him away.
Do you have a restraining order?
I do not, because he would leave me alone until basically on the weekends, and then he starts his crap again.
Okay. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, as always, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, Warachak Wadash, with Yahweh. That's Heavenly Father's true name. Yahweh Shai, that's whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That's his true name. And Rachak Wadash, that is the Holy Spirit. And I also want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well in the scriptures. And salutations to all the brothers out there pushing his word in all truth and in all sincerity. And we just saw that video clip of a 911 call. And as you saw and heard, you had a woman, call 911, and they couldn't do anything about her situation. She had her boyfriend, basically come to her house and harass her, and he was ready to do some damage again, because she said he already put her in the hospital. And I'll say this, this is a warning to you women out there, okay? And I'll add another thing, especially to you women who are supposedly in the truth, okay? You women, all right, need to humble down and honestly get with the man of the Lord. Because, see, the situation that you just saw, this is going to intensify and increase all right, as we get closer to the end of this society, all right? Look, 911 isn't going to, save you anymore, all right? It's not. These things are going out the window, as you clearly saw, all right? Especially, like I said, as time continues to bypass. And look, a lot of these cities, they don't have enough officers, all right, to really protect and serve, these cities anymore. And I'll say this, this is just a quick testimony, a little side note. I ended up talking to a former detective. For a minute, he was on the force for about like 15 years or something out here in Chicago. And he basically, he quit for X amount of reasons, okay? And one thing he told me before we, we're done with our conversation, he looked at me, dead in my eyes and said, in the next 5 to 10 years, Chicago is not going to have enough police officers to patrol, the city anymore and to protect, the people. And then, he ended up, he ended up departing from after that, from me. The point being, though, is that, you have people who are in the force, okay, telling you these things, all right? So all hell's about to break loose very soon. Anarchy is about to erupt, all right? And a lot of you women are about to be victims, and that's because a lot of you, okay, have, mistreated men. A lot of you have done very shady, things behind their back, all right? A lot of you have, committed adultery. A lot of you have, have these children, right? Your children, and a lot of you don't let them see their fathers. So you got a lot of men who have, anger, rage, okay, built up. And once people start realizing that there's going to be no consequences for their actions, they're about to just, go all in. These men are about to pay you a visit, okay? But this is all prophecy, because it says here in the book of Micah 7, I'll start at 9. The main point is in 10, though. This is Micah 7 and 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord, all right? And those who are, true followers and believers, in specific the men of Yahweh Shema Shai, we're going to deal with our punishment, okay? We're going to have to. It is what it is. We're going to have to deal with all the hardships and trials and tribulations, you see? This is a part of our punishment for disobeying the Lord, okay? Now let me keep reading. Because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. You see, the Lord's about to execute judgment for us. See, we, who are men of the Lord, we got to understand that, the Lord controls everything and that he's the one who's going to, defend us. He's the one that's going to fight for us. All right. Let me keep reading. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is the Lord Yahweh thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. Okay. And this is talking about the women that we've been with. All right. Just in general, these Israelite women who have mocked us, who have done us wrong, they're about to get destroyed. All right. They're about to get stomped out. Okay. They're about to get stomped out and be through out here. Their punishment's coming. And it's not going to be nice. And that's because they've done all these wicked acts. Like I said, a lot of these women commit, adultery left and right. Okay? Like it's nothing. These women will, break up with you when times are hard. These women will take your money. These women will take your children. Hey, they won't look at you. If they don't like you, they won't even, acknowledge your presence. And I'll say this, you look you had that movie, The Purge, and you had that one scene. I forgot the which purge it was, but I remember they had two females. All right, and when the purge was going down, you had this guy named Diego, which was a man that was in the building, that lived in the building of these two, of the two women, and he wanted to basically rape him and kill him, and that's because they didn't pay attention to him. And what did he say? Diego wants his, and you see, you got a lot of that around. A lot of these men, they want that. Okay, they want your kitty. I'm try to be a little PC here, but they want your goods, if you know what I'm saying. And a lot of them, they just want to literally just kill, man, because they're so angry and upset and tired of the BS. All right, especially I'll say this: a lot of these Israelite men, they're angry, man. Oh, a little side note too: a lot of them have been locked up, unjustly. So imagine that. Hey, a man did 5-10 years for some BS, all right, that he didn't do because you said XYZ things. You think he forgot about that? And like I said, this is why you women, all right, and in particular you women in the truth, need to humble down, all right, and get with the man of the Lord. And it doesn't matter how you feel, this, that, and the third, because look, when all hell breaks loose, you're not going to worry about, oh, is my man with another woman? Is this and that happening? All right? No, you're not going to worry about that. You're just going to want protection. This is where that Isaiah, the 4th chapter comes in, because this will be fulfilled. All right? And that's because all hell's going to break loose, and you're going to need a man to protect you, in specific, a man of the Lord. But let me get this. This is Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name and take away our reproach. You see, you women, you're going to humble down, and you're not going to care that this man has several women, several wives. You're just going to want to be a part of the squad, so you can be protected, and so that man can take away your reproach. All right, you see. See, all this, this little chasing, this little game playing is going to cease very soon. It's not going to go on for that much longer. All right? Things are happening, whether you believe it or not. Whether you see it or not, things are happening in this world. Okay? All right, but let's get Isaiah, the 32nd chapter now, because I made a point about how a man, he's going to be protection, right? Let's get this. This is let's get this. This is Isaiah 32, and I'll start at 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. And this is going into how Yahushua, the King of Kings, is going to reign in righteousness. All right, and those princes, those are talking about the Israelite men, in specific, the elect. But then it's also going to trickle down to the 1/3, all right, the 1/3 of the men who get saved, and then also the eventually at some point the 2/3. But point being though is really it's going into the elect, that 144,000, because those are going to be the top tier men, all right, of the next society, to come, which is our kingdom. The kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of heaven, all right? But let's keep going. And princes shall rule in judgment, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So this is just basically saying that, look, that man, in specific, a man of the Lord, he's going to be your protection. He's going to be your hiding place, okay, from the wind. And that wind represents destruction, okay? A covert from the tempest. He's going to be as waters in a dry place. Imagine being in the desert, okay? There's no water around, all right? And then you finally somehow come across, an oasis or something, You're going to be in joy. You're going to be happy. You're going to be praising the Lord. That's how what you women are going to be doing. You're going to be glad that you're with the man of the Lord. You're going to be praising Yahweh Shem Shai for allowing you to be with the man of the Lord in that day. And then you're going to be, praising your husband. And you're not going to care that he's got, like I said, he's got all these wives. You're not going to care in that day. You see? All right? That's why I say, hey, you women need to humble down. You need to humble down. Because this is coming, man. This is coming. This is no joke. Okay? Like I said, a lot of you are going to be ravished. A lot of you are going to be, killed, eaten. Yeah, because cannibalism's coming back. Some of you might be getting raped and eaten alive. All right? I've already seen videos on that years ago. When Venezuela had its societal collapse. You had prisoners who got stuck, okay? Who got basically trapped. They had no food, no water, no AC. They were basically rotting away in the prison. And I saw a video clip of a man getting raped while he was getting his ears eaten. Literally simultaneously, just through. So these things are coming back, man. All right? This is no joke. That's why I said, hey, you women need to humble down. I'm even saying for you women that are supposedly in this truth. Because a lot of you are still proud. A lot of you, still secretly don't want to deal with a man of the Lord because, he has a woman already. A lot of you, let's say you are with the man of the Lord. A lot of you want to buck up, okay? To his orders, his lead. You see? It's enough of this BS, man. All right? But I'm going to end off this lesson. I'm not going to drag this out. I wanted, just to bring out, a couple scriptures, to show you the reality of what's going on, what's happening in this world. And like I said, this is more or less a message for you sisters out there. It's about to get crazy, man. So, like I said, humble down. If you're with the man, of the Lord, hey, do him right, be a good helpmate to the best of your ability. All right, and like I said, hey, for you sisters that believe and that don't have a husband, hey, pray that you find a man of the Lord, and when you get with him, like I said, you do him correctly. All right, you make sure he's taken care of. Make sure his food's cooked. Make sure his clothes are washed. Hey, support him. All right, they'll do it. Hey, that's your job as a woman. All right, but with that, I'm going to end it off. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai. Also, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and salutations to all you brothers. Shalom.